We can get this show started, everybody. Hey, thank you guys all for coming out. This is our third event. Comedy at the River. Please show our hands. Yeah, we appreciate you guys' support. And the guys I'm doing the show with, we worked 3 months to put this together for you guys, so we hope you like it. Y'all better like it, as much as we done put in. But, damn, all these lights make me feel like I did something wrong. But I have some acknowledgements first, if you guys bear with me. The first goes out to Mr. Hanley back there. He's so flexible with what we're trying to do here. He's great. So give him a hand. And the first goes out to Roshani. Where's she at, right here, Roshani? We want to thank you for always pushing respect for each other and to always punch up, never down. And your insight when it comes to, you know, humans who are not like yourself. Everyone deserves respect until they show you different. So thank you for that skill. We all appreciate that.
Thank you.
Harrell, we'd like to thank you for always pushing us to have order and how you showed us a skill set that made us be vulnerable and to get us through that and show us that if you are vulnerable, you can still do something great. You don't have to be tough all the time. We really appreciate that. That was like a lot of problems in our areas in here, in our lives. That, you know, we'd never be vulnerable around people in here. They'd take your stuff. But thank you for that, Harrell. We appreciate it. And toast to Michael. Michael, there's no one like you. You're such a bold person. Someone who was very sharp. And when I first met you, I could not understand your feedback because you always use words that I was never exposed to. I totally thought you were a nerd. But at this stage in our friendship, I totally get you. And I can understand you and your descriptions now. So thanks for teaching me a foreign language. You're a great person. Unique doesn't describe you enough. Thanks, man. And next one goes out to Brenna. Where's Brenna? Okay, everybody give Brenna a hand. Brenna, we don't get to see you as much as we see everyone else, but when you do interact with us, your smile, your presence is rewarding to all the guys, so thanks. Anka goes out to Anka right here. Everyone. I did not saw you this much, but you're appreciated. And we all the guys love your accent. So, thanks to all you guys helping us grow and knock down some of our stage fright and stuff like that. So, let's start the show, guys.
Let's do it. Right now.
I'll start this off. I got like some just one-liner to get you guys going. So you guys can bear with me. See if y'all like it. Trump. Let's talk about Trump a little bit, y'all. Trump's an alien. I figured it out. You know why I say that? No human can fuck a job up that bad. One day they're going to come in the White House and Trump is going to be gone. There's no one going to be there. He's just going to get up and walk out and leave. Watch it. I'm telling you. Watch the skies. Aliens. I'm telling you. Hey, who never travels to Cuba?
Who?
Anybody who ever left Cuba. I was walking the track the other day, and you know, when you in here, you run across conversations, pockets of it. So I walked across this one conversation. These guys were boasting of what they had and what they gonna do when they get out. So one dude, I was walking, and I heard him say, "Yeah, man, when I get out, if you want, I can get Obama phones for bottom dollar." I said, "Ain't no Obama phones free?" This is fucked up. Hey, I had a friend that I met in here, you know, and he was like this player when he was on the street. But when he came to jail, his wife found out that he had a baby on him. So she had possession of all the stuff, so he did real bad in here. And he was real lovesick, so he moved me to the unit wing. We stayed by each other. He used me like a emotional pet. You know those pets you get for emotional support? He used me for that. So her name was Crci, but he called her Riri. And he was in bad shape, y'all. Even when he slept, he was like, Riri. I'd be like, "Hey, man, wake up. Damn. It's over, you lost her." I'm gonna give you guys one chance. Y'all can guess what I'm doing here. Loitering. I'm auditioning to be a correctional guard. If you can't beat them, join them. I'm with it. Hey, what does it sound like when Pink Panthers step on an ant? Dead ant, dead ant, dead ant, dead ant. Like that. I stopped watching the news because I got tired of seeing the town being shot up right where I used to live. So I just said I'm not going to watch it, but I relapsed one night and I hit the 10 o'clock news. Glad I did. I saw you guys just passed the holiday to where you could ride damn near naked on the max with no pants. Then it's a naked bike ride. You serious? So we, all the tough guys, was hanging out going, we gotta get out and take our neighborhood back, man. It's getting weird. It fell off since we in here, huh? But when I walked away, I was like, damn, I'm missing all the fun. Fuck. I'm tailgating a naked bike ride. I can't wait to get it. Damn. What you say, Aunt? Nothing, man. Neighborhood's fucked up. And like here is dorm, so you use the bathroom with all kind of guys, and when you go in there, you get tired of hearing the random guys. It stinks in there. So you get to it, and you're right. Some horrible shit go down in our bathrooms. It's crazy. I knew it got really bad when I was walking in. I was like, I need to use the bathroom. And when I was walking in, a fly was leaving the bathroom going, that's it. We need hazmat in this dish. Like, when you get married, you're supposed to show your wife or whatever something like, you know, I'm here for you, I'll die for you, I'll do something for you, I'll show you that I'm really committed to this. So when I got married, first thing I did was got up in the morning, made breakfast for her, brought it to her in the bed, all these little knickknacks and stuff. I said, you see how I did that? That's for you. She said, yeah, I appreciate it. I see everything. I said, you sure? Because that's how I want my breakfast every morning. Hey, I met these guys in Tacoma one time, like down here in Portland, like in the hoods and stuff. We smoke weed, drink, alcohol, not condoning. Say no to drugs, everybody. First of all, I don't want to get rolled up. But say no. But anyway, up there, they do like PCP and stuff. You know, like the gang members, they get real hypey on it. And I met this dude, a crowd of them, but they had this one weak dude that couldn't come over and interact with these dudes because they was too hard. They was like, you better not come over. But one time he was hearing the story, and he came over and said, no, I'll take that. So don't do it. I had a bad experience. I said, what happened? He said, man, I came up with a whole bunch of shake marijuana leaves. And he said, oh, I can go to this PCP dude, put PCP on it. We can roll it up and get rich. So he goes to do it. Bear with me, guys. He goes to do it. Showed up, they lay it down. The girl sprinkles PCP on it. He rolls one of the joints, smokes it, and goes, nah, I'm not strong enough. Does that second time, same thing. But the third time he rolled up, he's like, yeah, that's it. So they roll up a whole bunch. He stuffs it in his drawers. I'm going to get this money. He said he was walking to the block, and when he gets to the busy streets, car zoom, it's don't walk. So he's waiting. And he said something happened when it said walk. He said he stepped off the curb and it melted. He said when he came up, I was a preacher. He said I was preaching. He said it took 5 officers to get him down. He said when he came to, it was a white lady on the other side of that glass door going, you're gonna make it. You're strong. I called everyone. He said he ripped the toilet out. It was horrible. All right, that's just what I got for y'all right now, but I'm going to get y'all with some other stuff. So we can keep this rolling. We got our boy, the Persian Prince. Give it up for Armon.
Give me Brewer, man. Young Thrilla. I don't know, aka Young Thrilla in the program. How are you old as hell and go by Young Thrilla? You got the MC Hammer cassette in your property right now, man. Young Thrilla. I love it, bro. So I got 9 days left, guys. I wish I could stay here longer with you guys. I wish I could stay here longer, you know. I'll get some real time when next time I'm out there, but I just want everyone to know that this last week, you guys can come up with me with all sorts of disrespect, and I won't do shit about it. I'm straight up, just come up to me, be like, yo, you punk bitch, fart on me, then like scuff my shoes, and I'm just gonna be like, good point, man, point taken, yes, thank you, yes, I have had some bitch-like tendencies, thank you, brother. Oh, thank you. I don't know, like people usually come in the chow hall and cut me, and then I extort myself. Like, hey, no. So I'm happy, but so I'm trying to understand the prison system, this rehabilitation we got going on in here. It seems a little backwards. It's like, for example, it's like you commit a burglary, and then a judge is like, okay, well, you entered an occupied dwelling with intent to steal. We're gonna give you 36 months to really work on your incline bench press. Yes? You're gonna work on incline bench, tries, buys, and abs. And after that, we'll just kind of let you back out there, and you basically figured out life now. So, it's just weird, man. That compulsively gambling. It's like in between working out and compulsively gambling, that's basically what the American prison system's doing for us guys. So, we're coming to a neighborhood near you guys. Hope you guys know that. I had a visit last week, and at the end of the visit, when everyone left, the CO walked in and he said, will anyone volunteer for a strip search right now? And everyone looked at each other like, what? Like, you can't be the guy. It's like, oh, me, please, yes, me. Yes, I've been waiting to lift my balls and spread my cheeks for you, sir. Thank you. Let's go right in. So, obviously, no one said anything. And then he said, okay, everyone with me. And we all went to the holding cell. And it's just, being strip search, no one enjoys doing this. It's dehumanizing. Just treated like cattle. And we're just sitting in there, just waiting for our name to be called. I was waiting in there, and then he said, Poostpsand, come back. I was like, okay. And I walk towards him. I realized I did a questionable thing. I walked towards him, and I realized I grabbed my dick and like fluffed it a little bit, like I didn't want this guy, like I didn't want my dick, like I didn't want him to think I had a small dick or something, you know, like that's not gay, like it's not gay, is it? No, it's not gay. But it was like I caught myself doing that. I'm like, yeah, good times. Good times, guys. Yeah. Yeah, so I realized I want a kid. I realized I've been thinking about my life lately. I really want a kid, 26, no children. I want a child. But the more I think about it, it's like, I don't want a kid for like any good reason. Like, I don't want to like instill like good values or show like a good example of fatherhood. No, I just want a kid so I can have a mini-me and like just dress him in a matching Puma sweatsuit. You know what I mean? Like, I want a reason to go into Foot Locker and get those itty bitty Jordans, like a reason to actually buy them. In between that, I just want a walking, talking receipt that my dick works properly. Like, yeah, see? It worked, huh? What I can do. Yeah. That, and I also want to be able to go to the movie theater and watch a Disney animation movie. Like, I can't just go to Moana by myself and just enjoy my Saturday afternoon. No. I need a kid, and I think that would be a good gateway into me doing things like that. So, you know, I'll be working really hard when I get out of here. So yeah, as Ann said, I'm Iranian or Persian. We're Persian, as we say when we want to sound a little fancier. It's kind of like when you say, "Oh, I'm Iranian," people that they go to. They think about like nuclear program and like hostages. But when you say Persian, they're like, exotic rugs? Yeah, exotic rugs. Like, yeah, you took an L against the Spartans way back when, but like, we'll figure it out. And my dad, he's been in this country for 35 years. He's just so fresh off the boat, man. He's just here, and he just keeps some of those old timey ways everywhere he goes. Like, we'll go to a Fred Meyer's, and he'll barter with the cashier like we're in the bazaar, like right in Shiraz. He's going, "Excuse me, okay, so I want you to know, ma'am, I come here every week I come twice a week. So today I want 50% now and then 25% later, but I come back twice more, 3 times a week for a month, and we make this work, okay? Is this working?" And we just look at him, "We don't do that, sir." You know, so working on that. Yeah, but my dad, been working at the airport since he got there. Works at PDX right around the corner. And when September 11th came, it was kind of a weird time or a difficult time for him. A lot of xenophobia and kind of racism going around. And he was just like really concerned that the feds were going to come and detain him for questioning. Like extremely concerned, like that was going to happen. And he would sit us down, sit the family down, and he just, "Armon, I want you to know that if anything happens to me in these next times, anything, you're the man of the house, you are the big guy, you take care of your family, if they take me, you are the man here." And it got to a point where he was so concerned, I was just like, "What did you have to do with this, man? Like, I mean, you're acting extremely suspect for an innocent guy right now. I don't know what you got going on, but you need to knock it off. You're bringing heat to the house, bro. Stop that." But he's dead set. He really wants to set me up with an arranged woman from Iran, like arranged marriage, someone from Iran. And you know, it's starting to sound more and more. I'm starting to entertain the idea a little bit more and more. I mean, he's even found someone that she's smart. I mean, she's educated, good career, great family, wealthy. But it's just that she's my first cousin. So, and the thing is, like, the more I've been locked up and going through this stuff, it's like kind of sounding like a pretty okay idea at this point. It's just like, be set up and have everything go right for me, and good like life, or like have a kid with autism. So it's like, oh man, I'm still figuring it out. But thank you guys very much.
keep this going real quick. These guys gonna set up, but before they do, I wanted to say something. Hey, who invented bungee cord jumping? I don't know, but it's like committing suicide, but not really. Who does that? That's crazy. You don't get it, Uncas? Some just don't land right. But we got this chow hall. We're gonna open you guys up to what we go through in this chow hall. This is our chow hall. You come in this door, you walk down behind that table. If you cut right there, you might get tased. You gotta stay on the outside. You go down, you get your tray, your cups tray. You don't get a chance to go in there and really see what they're serving you. They push you back. But you guys will get a chance to see what's going on, how we eat. Y'all give them a hand. My boy, Snook.
Hey, new guy, you got a reservation?
No, I just got here at Coffee Creek.
All right, welcome to the world famous chow hall.
What's so famous about it?
So famous about it, we've got daily specials in the world famous veggie tray.
What makes it so famous?
We've had rave reviews in Prison Gazette. And we've had reviews from International Prison Gazette. We got 5 stars, and they say that our meals are some of the best in the world.
Well, I'm impressed.
Plus, we get ingredients from around the world.
Well,
We got fish out of Russia, straight from North Korea by way of Vietnam. 2 years fresh.
wow, that must be one of those daily specials you were talking about. Well, what about them, their veggie trays?
You mean the world famous veggie trays?
Yeah, them.
Yeah. All I can say is they are international importation.
Whoa, wow, that sounds yummy. What else is special about this prison?
There's a humongous backyard if you like exercise.
Oh,
You can
yeah?
run, you can lift weights, and you can even play pickleball.
Pickleball? What's a pickleball? Hey, is it a kosher pickle?
Are you being a smartass? I can cite you for disrespect right now.
No, officer, not trying to get hemmed up here, sir.
All right, just keep moving. I'll light you up for unauthorized loitering.
Okay, I'm moving.
Hey, regular tray or veggie tray?
Well, what's the difference?
Bro, you're in luck. Today only you can have rice with beans plus a delicious cabbage salad, salsa, tortillas, and jello, or the world famous veggie tray.
Well, what's on that famous veggie tray?
Man, I'm stoked you asked. There's imported beans with rice, Cuban cabbage, Brazilian broccoli, Canadian carrots, Paris peas, and jungle bananas, and super duper fresh 8-week-old bread.
Wow, cool. I'll try that WFBT.
What, bro?
You know, that world famous veggie tray.
Awesome, cool. Stand over there. Veggie! One second. Veggie. Here you go, man. Here you go.
Oh. Well, hey, whoa! These beans are moving, man.
Oh, yeah. That's because they're Mexican jumping beans. Super duper dope in protein.
Okay. Hey, what's this patch of buzz on my bread?
Oh, yeah, that's just penicillin. Just eat around it, man. Good for you.
Well, all right, but, you know, there's shiny stuff all over my tea. What is that?
Oh, yeah, that's just a tea enhancer. It makes it taste better.
But I can hardly taste the tea.
See? I told you it's working. Next!
Hey, man, what are you doing?
I was just going to go over here and sit at this here empty table. Sir.
Sit over there with your unit. You don't want an out of area.
Okay. Thanks. Hey, bro, is this your seat taken?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Hey, so how you doing there, buddy?
Doing so hot, man.
Here, try some of this fuzzy bread. Natural penicillin.
Thanks.
Now I know why it's the world famous chow hall.
Don't you mean infamous?
I'll give him another hand. It's starting. We had to tweak that so many different ways in order not to get in trouble. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna bring Tomcat back up. You guys, this guy got energy, man. He works hard for you guys, so give him a hand. Let's go, Tomcat.
Gotta turn the mic on. Yeah, thank you. I'm stuck here in prison, and I'm starting to get old. I gotta wear these readers now, see stuff, and I'm bored a lot, and so I watch a lot of TV, right? And I used to watch the Animal Planet and stuff like that, and recently I've been watching more of the Me TV, which is all the old shows from like the 70s and 60s, the original Wonder Woman, and Perry Mason and stuff, and also the Science Channel. But it's this new technology, man. I don't get this new tech. I just don't know. They got stuff like emojis. I mean, what the hell is an emoji? I never heard of it. I'm thinking, it's some kind of crazy creature from the deep dark jungles somewhere. Deep in the jungles of Tasmania, there's a wild creature that expresses itself by only crude images that are only commentary. What? And then they got the Twitter. The Twitter. What the heck is a Twitter? I never heard of such a thing. And you got to tweet people. I'm like, what the hell is tweeting? I'm thinking, okay, here's in my old school thinking, it's some kind of new way to goose people, right? Oh, tweet. But it's like more in this area, right? Tweet. And then, they got the Facebook, book, you open it up and somebody's staring right back at you. I don't know. And then there's the hashtag. A hashtag? What the heck is a hashtag? Or is it imported from Lebanon? Or you put it in a pipe and smoke it? I don't know. I really don't. And then they've got the cloud. This mystical place, where all this information is going, and nobody really knows where it is. And I'm like, okay, it's got to be something out of the Toy Story, The cloud. I don't know, It's crazy. This new tech, these phones, they got these phones that'll do everything but wipe your butt for you. They got texting and all this other stuff. And they got this new thing now, and it's sexting. Sexting? What the heck is sexting? Okay, old school thinking, I'm thinking, okay. That's sexting to me, in my old school thinking. And then they got, they got these new types of vehicles out, like the SUV. What's an SUV? It sounds like some kind of new venereal disease, Contracted subdural pericarditis. Come on, old school thinking, it's just a station wagon. Really? Yeah, and now this new tech too. They got these driverless cars. What the hell's going on? Who's driving that car? Cop pulls the guy over. Woo! Comes up to the window. Window rolls down by itself. Cop looks in. Who's he giving a ticket to? Guy in the back? I don't know. He's back there all drunk or something. And then they got this new stuff, it's artificial intelligence, right? And They got these robots that like look and respond like human beings, and they're real natural looking, and they have responses like a human being would. And they're developing these new sex robots, right? And that kind of freaks me out, you know. My old school thinking, okay. I mean, whatever happened to the old blow-up doll, right? Yeah. Old school thinking, you know. You know, I'm so old school, I still got a GPS that talks like a goat, you know. Make a right turn in 100 feet. That's what I got for new tech today. I'm Tom Gunn. I hope you enjoyed the.
That was good, y'all. Had to be good, right? Ain't nobody out here could have thought of that yourself. It'll take years, huh? Hey, let's give it up for the funniest guy in our class, y'all. Here's the treat right here. Give it up for Mark, y'all.
Great song, yo. Anyway, what's so funny? You guys laughing at, right? You said that growing up, you're like, well, what are you laughing at? They're like, we're not laughing at you, we're laughing with you. But I guarantee you 100% of the time, you're not laughing. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's just a way of making you feel better about laughing at your ass. Anyway, I'm here, as you can see, in this place. Obviously. Anyway, I got to stay in shape, so, you know, I'm working out on the yard, and one of my workout friends was like, hey, you want to do some burpees? And this is an exercise you do. And I thought he said, you want to burp me? And I was like, burp me? I guess if you got some gas, we're going to give it a shot. And it's not like a baby when they puke. It's like chunks go all over the place. All right, I'm just going to go lift weights. I don't know what's going on here. Burping people and stuff. You know, so I'm trying to, you know, working on my self-esteem, and I was playing cards and losing a lot, you know. I don't want to lose, but I lost all the time, so I decided to start cheating, so I win all the time. I know what you guys are thinking, wow, that could be dangerous. Well, I play solitaire all day. I win all day. Anyway, been watching some, well, I had various jobs before I came in there. Kind of slipped up there, but various jobs before I decided to become a comedian. You know, I was going to be a carpenter, but I was getting hammered on the job. You guys are like, wow, that's funny. He really nailed that one, right? Going to be an elevator technician. I was going to be an elevator technician, but, you know, I have bipolarism, so I had a lot of ups and downs, but that wasn't good. There was one job I was pretty good at. I want to know what you guys think. I was going to be a psychic. I was like, oh, I'm getting a sense that somebody had a birthday here within the last 12 months. Anybody? No? Oh, it's the living dead. Okay. Anyway, I watch a lot of TV, so, you know, I watch, like, these reality shows. Like Ancient Aliens, everything was left here by an alien now. For some reason, we just decided that, I guess. History Channel decided, well, we're running out of history, so everything's left here by an alien. Pizza Hut on 82nd and Foster. Ancient Aliens left it there. You know, and then they have these, like, really mundane shows. Like, my level of being entertained was really down. Like How It's Made, you ever seen that? And there's like an empty bottle going through a factory, and that's like the whole show. And the bottle goes down the conveyor belt, makes its way down to the soda, so you can put it in its cap. Like, geez, I'm waiting for like a tightening nuts on bolts show. Like, well, Bob, you take a 3/16 and you tighten it down. And, yeah, this is a good show. Entertaining. And of course, you got Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That's probably the most famous reality show. Kardashians always sounds like some kind of nut to me. I don't know. I just think of a nut, you know, like the nuttiest nuts of all. Like, you got pistachios, hazelnuts, filberts. And how about some Kardashians? Yeah, I'll take the Kardashians. They'll sound good. You know, and you know how when people think like, you know, a guy's really, you know, thinks he's all that, right? You're like, oh, that guy really thinks he's all that and a bag of chips. You ever heard that? He's all that and a bag of chips. Geez, a bag of chips, I mean, it's not worth much. It's not saying it's that much. It's what, 99 cents maybe for a small bag? $3 for a big bag of chips. So what's the all that? Well, we'd go with a bag of chips, a deli sandwich, right? So he thinks it's a deli sandwich and a bag of chips. Wow, this guy really thinks he's something else. $8 worth of ego here, you know? What if he thinks he's all that, a bag of chips and a soda? Oh my God. This guy's off the chain. What about lettuce? Lettuce gets a bad rap, you know? Every time I think I'm gonna eat healthy, like I'm gonna stop eating 10 pounds of beef a day, you know, like I'm gonna eat some lettuce. Seems to be always the thing I think about when I'm gonna do veggies, right? You know, the store gets lettuce. Then you ask people like, hey, what about lettuce? They're like, that's no good for you. It's mostly water, 90% water. Just kills the whole thing. And you're like, well, what about humans? We're like 70% water. What if we said that about Bob? What about Bob? Oh, he's no good for you. He's mostly water. Okay. Kill my dreams again. You know, I grew up in a certain type of neighborhood. You know, a certain type of music, certain type of style. You know, drugs, rock and roll. You know, sex, all that. You know, and it's like, you know, like Motley Crue, like shout at the devil, you know, stuff like that. And you know, but every once in a while, like, you know, they have these songs, and it's proven they did a scientific study on these songs, and they did algorithms and tones. Like, certain songs make you feel good, but it doesn't necessarily fit in with my, you know, masculinity and persona about being a, you know, heavy metal guy. So, yeah, you know, like that. You ever heard that Billy Joel song? I don't know what happened. It's like he went back to puberty to do this song because his voice just went really high. It's like, uptown girl, she's been living in her uptown world. Now she's looking for a downtown man. That's what I am. And when she's walking, she's looking so fine. And scientifically, they say that song makes you feel the best. Like you want to get up and dance around. I don't know. The voice just always, I can't handle the voice. As soon as I hear that, I gotta click it off, done. You know, over. I can handle some songs, but you don't know what they mean, and they make you feel good, though. They have that good feeling to them. And, you know, you got like St. Elmo's Fire. You ever heard that? I can climb the highest mountain across the broader sea. I can feel St. Elmo's fire burning in me. I don't even know who St. Elmo is or what the hell he's talking about. Man, I feel good. Top of the world. Who's St. Elmo? What is he talking about? Like Elmo from Sesame Street? Well, yeah, why not? Sure, he could be a saint. That tickled. You know that guy? Remember St. Elmo? Or how about Footloose? That one always gets me. Yo, loose, a foot loose, everybody cut foot loose, cut foot loose. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, there's a wild foot on the loose. The cops are looking for it. We got an APB on a foot that's loose. Size 11, swish on the side. Yeah, you're nuts. Like, oh, Mickey, remember that one, the cheerleader with Tony Basil? Oh, Mickey, you're so bad, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey! Hey, Mickey! I don't even like that type of music, but I'm like, yeah! Life is good. But you get caught watching, you get caught listening to that stuff, like even when you're a kid. You know, in my neighborhood, like if I walk down with the New Kids on the Block t-shirt, right, I might be the beat-up kid on the block. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we didn't go for that. It was Metallica, it was Motley Crue, it was, you know, drugs and all that. But, you know, every once in a while, I'm sitting in my room, my friend catches me listening to that music. He's like, man, I heard you listen to that, but what's going on? I'm like, look, man, I'm just waiting for the channels. It didn't mean nothing, but it's like, no, man, I sat out there for 20 minutes. I heard you singing to it for 20 minutes. St. Elmo's Fire, wake me up before you go. Footloose, what's up with that? You don't even know what that means. You have like the heavy metal isolation chamber. That's where you're going. Make sure the disease doesn't get you. You gotta stay in there for 3 days and have heavy metal piped into you all free for 3 days. Slayer, Metallica, Motley Crue, AC/DC. You gotta open it up 3 days later. You come out, you're like, Wanna be a man in motion, all I need is a pair of wheels. Oh, that didn't work. That's all I got.
Just before, we got another skit for you guys, but before that, I just wanted to kick some facts with y'all. Like, we come through this jail, and it's always, no matter how small or bad it is, there's always food in there for us. We don't never run out. And I'm just saying, you guys know the border down there, that problem's like not going away. It's like, just think of this, if you ran out of food, your country, then you have to walk through the cartel. Then you have to go through what they put you through. Then you get up here and they take your kids, possibly. Then you cause 800,000 problems by the shutdown. I'm just saying, whichever side you're on the border, I challenge y'all to pray for it, because we don't want this country going back to segregating and all that again. This country is great at ingenuity and being individuals. We got enough haters, y'all. So I just challenge you guys to say, however you pray, or if you can do anything to just, let's try to fix it somehow. Or be. What? Skittles.
Ding biscuits.
Oh, pill line, man. We trying to get the border fixed. That part of the joke? Oh, it really is pill line. Oh, my pill line. All right, we got this other skit coming up called The Medium. Now you gotta be deep to get in this, so if you got you left the stove on or at home or the fan window open, you gotta let that go to catch this one. So just free your mind 1 second. All right, come on, guys.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Talking to the Dead. And I'm your host, Azrael. Through my trials, travails, and tribulations in this life, I've witnessed the plethora of sorrows that have plagued mankind. And I've explored the great mysteries of this world. And yet no one event encapsulates both so much as our departure from this world into the next. Tonight, we'll lift the veil of this mystery, traversing from darkness through light as we breach the Great Barrier. Clap. Julia. The spirit Julia keeps calling to me. I keep hearing the name Julia.
Yeah! That was our drug dealer, man!
She's dead.
Yes, her soul has departed into the ethereal realm. I'm sorry. Can you say that again, please?
You was a good friend of mine!
She was your drug dealer?
Yeah!
Tell me more.
Well, she sold me garbage and I informed her to get a break on her drug seizure.
That's pretty lame, don't you think?
Yeah.
I'm sensing she doesn't like you very much.
Hi, Julia.
I'm sensing a loved one passed over you. You were very upset. I think maybe you were young or...
Yes, my grandmother died when I was 14.
You were very sad to see her go, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
From the spirit world, I keep hearing the word blindness. The word blindness keeps ruminating in my mind's eye. Does that mean anything to you, the word blindness?
Yes, my granders. I played a lot of pocket pool and my granny said I would go blind if I didn't stop.
I see. I understand. She's telling you to get out of your basement, stop playing Dungeons and Dragons, and get a girlfriend.
Okay, I love you, Granny.
A melody. I'm hearing a beautiful melody. It sounds as if it's being played by a harpsichord.
I had a girlfriend named Melody, and I harped for her day and night. She's dead?
Yes. Her soul has departed into the ethereal realm, I'm sad to say.
But I just saw her 2 days ago. This can't be true. Let me call her.
No. I was not referring to a discorporated soul. I was referring to the death of her capacity to feel anything short of utter contempt for you.
What are you talking about? I treated her like a queen. Every night after work, we watched SportsCenter and WWE SmackDown. It was nothing but the best for her. For Loco, a speedball, and a nightcap picture Bang Brothers. What more could a woman ask for?
She's asking for another woman. A Jim Bob. I keep hearing the name Jim Bob, or maybe Goober, or...
My name is Bob.
Hi Bob, how you doing tonight?
Hey.
It's good. I keep hearing the word abscess. The word abscess keeps coming to me. Does that mean anything to you, the word abscess?
My buddy Burl had an abscess in his brain and died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You two must have been close, weren't you? Yeah. He keeps saying he needs the money real badly. Does that mean he needs the money? He keeps talking about the money. He needs the money real badly.
Say what? They got tar in heaven? I bet it's better than that crap they sell in West Coast. Hot shot. Anybody got hot shot?
The overtime. The word overtime keeps coming to my mind's eye over and over again. The overtime, does that mean anything to anybody in this audience?
Over here.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm sensing someone close to died in the last 20 years. Am I wrong about that, or is there any validity to that?
Yeah.
I see. What, was it a friend?
Not that I can think of.
Was it a relative?
No, I don't think so.
How about a clown?
Definitely not, man.
You sure it wasn't a clown?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't a clown, dude.
Do you know 50 clowns a day worldwide commit suicide?
I'm pretty sure, but I don't like clowns.
It's a horrible epidemic. It's greatly underreported in the media. You sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'm positive, man.
It's a sad state of affairs. Was it a coworker?
Man, look, I lost
Your accountant?
accountant 6 months ago.
I'm really psychic, too. He tells me you kept excellent financial records, and you made his job very easy.
Oh, tell Lou I said thanks, man.
I will. He says thank you. Lou says you're welcome. I keep hearing the word diet. The word diet just keeps coming to my mind's eye. The word diet, does that mean anything to you? A diet?
Yeah, I was on the keto diet, but when I was washing my steakouts, the donuts went over.
Who would like to know more about these steakouts you're referring to?
Well, I'm actually working one right now.
Please stay tuned for these commercial announcements. Freeze, call the police!
Hello. Okay, hey, well, we got a treat for you guys. Hope I say this name right. Mohamed El Shiki. Y'all give a hand for the comic. From outside.
Yeah, give it up for your host and everyone who's singing tonight. Yeah, super amazing. My name is Mohamed El Sheikhi. I've been living here in the U.S. for 4.5 years now, and I think I need to speak to a manager. Yeah, because the product looks nothing like the image. You know? I even read the reviews before coming here. And I was like, wow, 50 stars sounds amazing. Yeah, absolutely. That's a lot of stars. No, recently I moved to a new place and I have a new roommate. My new roommate's name is Guion. I don't know if you guys heard the name Guion before. I haven't myself, so I asked, like, oh, Guion, that's a nice name. What does Guion mean? And he said, oh, Guion is an Italian name that translates to God is great, which is fine, but he said it that way. I was like, cool, okay, buddy, I'm happy for you. But also, I felt kind of jealous because I know for a fact that I cannot name my kid God is great in Arabic. Yeah. Yeah, because that won't fly. Like that literally won't fly anywhere. But Italian is cool. So. No, my roommate, other roommate Annie, she recently got a rescue dog. Yeah, and the reason we know it's a rescue dog is because she told us that every day since the day she's got it. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and she got it for emotional support. Yeah, so technically she's the rescue. No, her dog keeps barking at me all the time, and I was like, "Hey, Annie, what's up with your dog?" And she's like, "Oh, my dog doesn't like people like you." And I replied with, "Oh shit, a racist dog?" And she was like, "No, absolutely not. It's just that this dog has been abused in the past exclusively by Mexican men." And I was like, oh, I'm so glad you explained it. Yeah, so it's just Mexican men. Okay, cool. What a nice agent of a dog. Let them know I say that. We do live in a weird time. I'm originally from Libya. That's where I'm from. And it is weird being here right now because I don't know. It's weird being an immigrant right here because I don't know if you guys have been watching the news lately for the past 75 years. But it's rough. And everyone around Portland, like next to their houses, they have stuff like everyone has a sign. You know, those things are just like, you have to confess your beliefs to the public. You know, they're like, immigrants are welcome here. Every sign says that. And I want to test that so bad. Yeah, I just want to open someone's front door and just be like, well, I am here. Okay. Nice couch. Okay. Are you going to sleep here? Okay, cool. I just saw the sign. Okay. I told you. Oh man. Speaking of ISIS, they really suck. I don't like it. Their work sucks. You guys don't have to agree with me. They're like, they run a small business and they do it well. But they really suck. Do you know who hates them though more than anyone else? It is that group Al-Qaeda. Yeah, remember those? They used to be big on YouTube. Yeah. Only the 90s kids can relate. Yeah, because Al-Qaeda is probably somewhere now in a cave just watching ISIS just thrive on TV and do their thing, and they're there just being like fucking millennials. Their fancy cameras and shit. Yeah, millennials kill terrorism, you know? A Forbes article. Speaking of terrorism, I used to work in retail. I used to do customer service. Yeah. Anyone here done customer service in the past or something? Yeah. It's sucks. It's very depressing. Like I had PTSD from that, and I fucking lived in Libya. So. And I used to work at that place. My workplace, once they learned I was a comedian, they made me sign like a legal contract not to mention their name on stage ever. Yeah, but they do sell iPhones. They can be anything. But I remember like when I used to work there, that like a while ago there was this hashtag or a saying that people said on the news all the time, which is all lives matter. Yeah. And I remember looking at that and being like, oh, those people have never worked retail before. Yeah, because once you do retail, it changes your perspective. Yeah, from all lives matter to something more like, oh, some people deserve to die. Yeah, fuck people, everyone. I hate them all. I hate everyone. Everyone sucks. No, I remember when I used to work there, this thing used to happen to me a lot, where people would hear my accent and they would try to guess where I'm from, because that's a fun game for both of us. And I had this lady one time who approached me and was like, hey man, you have an accent, where are you from? And I was like, oh, I'm from Libya originally, that's where I'm from. To which she replied, oh, okay. Do you mean Lebanon? And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Yeah, Lebanon. For 27 years I called it Libya. And then here you come. Look at this walking globe. Wow. Yeah, the customer is always right, sure. I was at this one guy who approached me one time there and was like, hey man, I know this is gonna be like a white dude thing to ask, which always excites me to hear what's gonna come next. And he was like, are you Persian? I was like, no I'm not. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, no, but I wish I had your confidence. I was like, no man, but I'm not Persian. And then he was like, oh, I'm sorry man, I'm just asking because my dad is Persian. And I was like, oh, okay. Plot twist, my dude, you're Persian. Yeah, not me, you're not white. Yeah, you're fucking Persian. No, I grew up Muslim. I grew up in a Muslim family, but growing up, I used to read the Bible a lot because you gotta know what your enemies are up to. And surprisingly, they were up to the same thing. Like, what? Same thing? Who wrote this? Kafka? No, I did read the Bible a lot, and it's not the fact, and I think it's a great book. Even if you don't believe in it, there's so much to learn from there. But one of my favorite stories is the story of Noah, and I know some of you are like, that story doesn't check out. And it's not the fact that he lived to be 950 years old. It is the fact that his wife stayed with him that whole time. No way, Noah. Don't believe it, man. Recently, I was in Texas doing comedy. Yeah. If you guys been to Texas before, fun place. Yeah, if you go back to my first joke, Texas is literally 1 star. That's it. Yeah, it's right there on the flag. That's how much I would rate it, you know? That's the truth. No, but I was there doing comedy, and I found a place there, a bar that was a Christmas bar. It's 12 months a year, every day Christmas there. And it was so fun for like the first 10 minutes. And then it got annoying as fuck. and they had a countdown clock there that said 340. And I was like, what is this? And they're like, oh, this is a countdown clock until the next Christmas. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And they were like, yep, that's our guy. This is really what this is for, yeah. Tell him. When I walked here, some of you guys said that they saw me on the news yesterday or today. Yeah, that was fun. I had a great weekend because I got detained by immigration patrol agents. They were super nice. Yeah, they were super nice. They look very beautiful. I wish I could look like that. But it's so funny because like everyone on the outside is just like, it's just all over the news, and everyone's just like, man, can't believe they detained you for 20 minutes, and it made national news, and everyone was very concerned for me. Then I came here, and I'm like, everyone probably is looking at me like, oh, you got detained for 20 minutes? Wow, what a punk-ass bitch. Oh, was it cold? Are you freezing? Give me gloves? Fuck you! The most famous detainee here. So weird. I saw this thing on the news lately that the school district in Pennsylvania, they want to arm students and protect them by giving them rocks. I know some of you don't believe me and you're like, Pennsylvania doesn't have schools. They do. But they want to arm students and protect them by giving them rocks. And that would work only in one case. Like if the attacker weapon of choice was like scissors. Yeah. If he comes with paper, those kids are fucked. Anyway, my name is Mohan Shetty. Thank you very much for the time of being here. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hey, when I heard that yesterday, I said, I bet he ain't coming. He ain't coming into jail after that. You got hard, man. I would have stood everybody up. That was too close. Hey, this is a time before this time. And it was this guy, and we worked in the kitchen, and he would always say, hey, man, I got these meds, man. When you're 2 days off, take them. You sleep the whole 2 days. You can just rest up. So I said, nah, man, I'm done with drugs. I'm cool. But I had a bad day, so I said, man, give them to me. So the next day he brought them, stuck them in my sock. It felt like I had a kilo on me, though. I was getting searched out. I made it. So when I get there, I hurry up and take them before, I get caught. They get caught on me. But I didn't know it was I took 2 days worth that night. So they say I passed out. So all I remember is getting up at like 3 in the morning to use the bathroom. And I was at the urinal with this white dude next to me. I said, what's up, man? That's where they found me at, half naked, in urine. And we got this other skit for you guys. It's called the Blark. So you guys give another hand for him. He was good. This is called Prison Live Action Role Play. We did it. It's about Columbia River. So come on, guys. Where my Blark guys at? Clark. DOC has implemented a new pilot program at CRCI in order to reduce violence and foster rehabilitative and creative environment. Prisoners will be selected from intake to participate. CRCI will be a prison solely made up of loppers, wizards, elves, trolls, and other majestic gods, where instead of violence to solve problems, spells and magic will be implemented on the battlefield, followed by a royal feast. Violence will not be tolerated, but rather therapeutic imagination. Dave was sent here by accident. It's his third time in prison. Dave shows up on the transport and with his dress in is given something that looks like a magic wand, which confuses him. Upon entering the chow hall for lunch, Dave looks for a table to eat at.
You guys holding this down for anyone?
This great table is reserved solely for those of the majestic house of the Hemorrhoidal Guild, of which now you are not wearing a holy crest. Therefore, you shall not fellowship with us, peasant. Move along. Get on.
Okay.
Before I summon
Whatever.
my minions.
What a nut job. Is this seat taken?
This table's only for elves. And you have no magic. Move along. This is no place for men. You can sit with the vampires for all I care.
What the hell's going on? Am I in a mental ward or what? I'll just try over here. Is this seat taken?
I'm an emo. Legally B, conformist. Shoot.
Shoo.
The heck with this. I'm just gonna sit down.
This table's for wizards only. This table's for wizards only.
Move along. I don't care if it's Gandalf himself. I'm eating my lunch. This ain't my first rodeo, dude.
How dare thee? I am Turbo the Wizard, and I banish thee to the darkness of Orkland.
I don't care if it's Gandalf himself. How about I knock you out instead?
Challenge accepted. I cast blindness on thee. Oh, and I cast blindness on thee, and I cast blindness on thee, and silence thy tongue with a mighty magical blow.
How about I cast that ass on the floor with my fist?
You must yield to my spell. I am a level 9 wizard. You must obey.
How about I knock you out?
Summon the cloak of invisibility.
Get him, wizard.
Oh, shoot. Where did he go? I guess I can finally eat my lunch. This is going to be a long 36 months.
Hello. Matter of fact, you guys, I just noticed, what's her name is here? What's your name, Roshani?
Katie, new
Katie, hey, she bailed us out many times. Y'all give a hand for Katie over here. Yeah. She started to join off. Right, Katie, I didn't know that was you. I'll treat you up here. Hey, you guys, give it up for Snooki.
Hey, how's it going, you guys? My name's Guy. I used to get made fun of a lot going to school. My last name's Snook, so I get Snooki all the time. I hate MTV now. Especially when I went to school, I used to get called Snooker-Doodle by my girl in front of the homies. I'm like, not in front of my friends, man. She's like, oh. And I also get called Guy Snook a cookie to get a snack, because, I'm a little bit, buffer. I'm going to bulk out anytime soon, you know what I'm saying? I used to hate my name. When I was younger, I asked my mom, I said, Mom, I was like, why would you name me Guy? And like, why would you name me Guy Snook? You know, my life sucks because of that. She goes, that wasn't my choice. I was like, whose choice was it? She was like, it's a family name, duh, that's why you're the third. I was like, oh, yeah, I never thought about that. She's like, that was your dad's idea. I was like, what, for real? She goes, I wanted to name you something else. I was like, well, just by curiosity, I was like, what'd you want to name me? She goes, MacGyver. What the fuck? You sure you guys don't do drugs? That was crazy. I love my mom too, and I was thinking about sending her a photo of me. Have that folder? Sending her a photo of me because I haven't seen her in a while. Technical difficulties, excuse me for a second. And I haven't seen her in a while, so I was like, I'm going to send her a side profile of me, or like a photo of me, you know what I mean? So I was going to send her this. If you look at page 2 in your little books there, that's me right there. And I was going to say, hey, Mom, if you have any friends, you know what I mean, shoot them my way, you can write me, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I was going to ask her, hey, send me back one too. I miss you. I love you. Could you imagine going into this convenience store if I ever go missing and seeing that on the side of a milk carton? Yeah, you know how like when you get booked and you're like talking about other people about your charges, like, yeah, man, I was putting in work out there, I was selling hella pounds and I was stealing hella cars, but when you look at their booking photo, it's always a fucked up one like this. You look wrecked. Like my photo, if you ever look in the newspaper when I came out in the newspaper for car theft, it looked like I looked like a Neanderthal. I was just super sucked up, but I thought I was super in there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. My mom told me to find a hobby when I was younger, so I started smoking pot, and here I am today. So when I was younger, I decided to get a job. I was like, man, I can't be selling weed for the rest of my life. And I decided to move on to bigger things, you know what I mean? So I like video games. I tried to get a job as a video game designer. Wasn't happening. Couldn't pass the UA. And I decided to get a job at an arcade, but not just any arcade. I got a job at Chuck E. Cheese, you know what I mean? And I was like, ooh, winning, you know what I'm saying? Get a hit on the parents, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Mom? I was like, And, you know what I mean? I get to play video games and, like, you know what I mean? Just clean up some tables, right? Well, they, like, kind of, like, reeled me in, you know what I mean? They, like, made it sound so good. They painted a picture, like, yeah, you'll get all the overtime you want, this and that. I was like, sweet. So the next day comes up, I show up to work, boom, the mouse suit. I was like, what the fuck? They're like, look, man, there's a couple of rules about this thing. I was like, man, what the fuck? What do you mean rules? They're like, don't eat in the suit, don't take the suit home, don't smoke in the suit. Most importantly, do not sweat in the suit profusely. I was like, what? Because it costs money to dry clean. We take out your check. I was like, man, that's cold-blooded. They're also like, don't take the suit off. You'll traumatize the kids while you're working. I said, whatever, dude. So I put this damn suit on. I'm like, whatever, man. And it's kind of hard to hit on mom when you're in a mouse suit. You know what I mean? You're like, what's up? You know what I mean? It doesn't work out. You know. And I hated the job. I was sweating. Like, fiercely, I would go in there with no t-shirt on and a bottle of water, and my arm would look dead because I'm drinking in one hand and moving in the other, just like this. I got kids hanging on my tail, like, yeah, Chuck E. Cheese! Fuck. Well, I got parents yelling at me, too. They're like, dance for my kid. I'm like, why? I should have stayed selling weed. One of these days, I was kind of in a hurry, too. I was like, man, I gotta go. I'm in this mouse suit. I'm wiping tables. I'm trying to go. My boss is already bounced out. And I run by this game machine. There's still one credit left, so I stop by and play it real fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting paid for it. You might as well keep going. Well, my buddy that I worked with, he was like, look, man. He's like, you're in a hurry? I was like, yeah, I got a family emergency. I gotta go. He's like, look, man, if you gotta go, you gotta go. He's like, just help me wipe up a couple more of these tables and bounce out. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm still in this mouse suit. And I'm wiping tables, and I'm getting out of there. Well, I run to my car, and I still have this suit on. I'm not even thinking about it. Well, this suit is a two-man operation. You got to have two people to take this suit off, because otherwise you're just rubbing your back on this like wall trying to get the zipper out. So I just left it on. I drove a Honda Del Sol. For you guys who don't know, a Del Sol, you take the top off so you can fit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting in there. I'm not even thinking about it. I live a couple blocks away from the house. the family emergency so I could go pick up some weed. I'm driving in this thing. I'm not even thinking about what I look like. I can't even grip the steering wheel. I have my hand like this, you know what I mean? And I'm looking over, I'm at this red light, and I see this kid that's going like this to me, and his car seat in the back seat looking, pointing at me like this, and I'm like, what's up? You know what I mean? So I get to my homie's house, and I bang on his window. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, hey, man, Snook, open up. Come on, dude. So he opens the blinds, and he goes, oh, hell no. He goes, let me find out you're a snitch. I was like, damn it. You caught the rat. Fuck. So this is my first time in prison, I'm not gonna lie. When I went down to Coffee Creek, I thought I was badass, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, what's up, I'm in prison. I'm here on good charges, kinda. Stealing cars, whatever. I get in there and I'm the only one in my cell on top, right? I'm on top bunk. So I'm waiting for the new guy to come through. And I'm like, I already know how, I'm laying this out in my head. I'm gonna be like, what are you here for, dog? You know what I'm saying? Well, so I fall asleep and the door slides open. This dude walks in and I'm like, I roll over, I'm like, time to get him, you know what I'm saying? He's eye level with me and I'm on the top bunk and he just walked in, I'm like, fuck! He's like, what's up, man? I'm like, what's up, dude? You know what I'm saying? I got my chest out. I'm chubby as fuck, so I was in county for 6 months eating nothing but crap. He's like, so what are you here for? I'm like, car theft? Yeah. I go, what are you here for? He goes, assault? I'm like, fuck. I'm in a little ass room with some big ass dude that just got he's in prison for beating somebody up. Great, you know what I'm saying? So a couple days go by, and if you guys don't know, when you go to prison, it's one of those things where it's like kind of like a relationship thing. It's who goes to the bathroom first, you know what I'm saying, while you're in the cell together. And I caved in. He beat me. It's been 3 days. I couldn't hold it anymore. So I go to sit down, right? And it's like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And I'm just sitting there trying to be quiet as hell because he's like right here. I could look at him while I'm squeezing one out. I'm like, this place sucks. I go, boop. Super quiet. Well, I go to flush the toilet, right? And nobody tells me or nobody gives any warnings about this bathroom thing, alright? So I go to push the toilet button. Shirt almost rips off my back. I jump up. I'm like scared as I'm frantic. He wakes up. My pants are around my ankle. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, no, that's not what it looks like, man. That's not what it looks like. He's like, yeah, good charges my ass. Alright, that's all I got for you guys.
Hey, you guys remember the guy Mark that was up here? You're Mickey, so fine. That guy? He seemed like a nice guy, right? Smiley and shit. One game of pickleball, he'll go from this to this. One bad play and he's out. Even the police don't fuck with him. They just let him go through his process. Yeah, they done took him to timeout like 100 times. With his pickleball racket, he wouldn't let it go. That's all he do is draw pickleballs and shit all day.
Those lights are bright. I'm gonna come down here a little bit. How you guys doing? How many days you got left, Armon? 9 days. I've been in prison 22 years. This guy says he's got 9 days left and you can say anything you want to him. Be careful with that, man. I got 14 months left. I'll fucking do something to you. Snook, up in the penitentiary, with that picture and the little bows in your hair, that's exactly what you fucking be doing. Putting in work. Tom, this is a family show. You can't be up here texting. They got a sexton. I mean, they got a blow-up doll in prison too. It's called a Fifi. It involves a towel, a rubber glove, and 180-degree water. At least that's what I heard. Anyway, speaking of food, They got this thing called this is true, I just heard this in human test trials right now. It's called the Taste Buddy, right? They surgically implant it under your tongue. And then they hook it to your smartphone, which I've never owned a cell phone. And you can, if you're eating lettuce and you want it to taste like pizza, you can program that in. Right now they're having some problems with it, right? I mean, people, I'm sure people are excited about it, right? But just imagine you get that and you break up with your girlfriend. And then she gets a hold of your password for your smartphone. I mean, they got Harry Potter jelly beans that taste like puke and shit and everything else, so I'm sure they got shit flavor that you can punch in. Anybody in here got a nickname? How many nicknames we got in here? There's one, Snooki, Turbo. I don't see no hands over here. Nicknames are funny, man. You know, like you guys like this right here? The guy did this, I don't know his real name, but we call him Rhino. Rhino, he's in here somewhere, right? He looks pretty good, but he got his name in a men's bathroom, but it wasn't nothing weird. And he hangs out with guys like fucking Colby and Joker. Joker's over there, raise your hand, Joker, right? That's a fucked up nickname. Like nobody takes you seriously. It's like, you fucking Joker. He wanted me to pay him back. He's fucking joking. Anyway, this guy here, I know him as Jose, right? He's a little younger than me, but he's from my best homeboy's neighborhood, right? It's kind of a poor neighborhood. Now it's a rich neighborhood. It's not far from here. It's been gentrified. But anyway, he hangs out with people like Rhino and Pitbull. And then when he introduced himself, his Christian name is, "Hi, I'm Norman." And he was in the fucking neighborhood where you can't be Norman. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, so I'm working on this book. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot about you. This here is Papa Smurf, right? That's what they call him, Papa Smurf. I'm not sure if his girl gave him that name in the bedroom one time, right? But my dad's 93. He lived in Los Angeles. And, you know, I grew up around, you know, gang members sometimes. So I saw a lot of Norteños and Sureños and I asked my dad, how'd that shit start? You were in LA. He said, well, the original Southsiders were the Seven Dwarfs. And their enemies were the Smurfs. Right? It started over Smurfette. Like, I'm just saying, right? And now, I see Papa Smurf over here. He's always hanging out with Joker and a guy named Dopey. It's good to see the Smurfs and the Dwarfs getting along. But I'm working on this book. It's called Prison for Dummies. I've been in prison 22 years, right? And there's things you got to know before you come to prison. First of all, you can't tell anybody, right? That's against the rules, right? Now, I knew that, right? I took 22 years and partly for somebody else. So, but I didn't know how serious they were about it when I got in. I was watching Home Improvement with Tim Allen. And this guy comes up to me after I come out of my cell. He goes, you can't be watching that, man. I'm like, why not? He said, because Tim Allen got caught with some cocaine. He fucking told he's a rat. You know, I was like 18, so I'm like, yeah, rat. He goes, you can't listen to 50 Cent either. He knows what he did. He can't go back to his neighborhood. And you also have to be able to look like a tough guy. You have to at least pretend like you're willing to fight at any second. Right? I mean, you have to pretend that, right? I mean, I was raised in a school where we could smoke. And I came to prison so long ago, we could smoke when I came to prison. And that helped you look tough when you're on the weight pile. Weight pile is just full of testosterone. You can kind of light up after a set, which is real good for you. You know, I mean, dudes act like that on the weight pile. In between sets, are like, yeah! They walk around with all this testosterone. And I was with this, had a cellie, same cellie. We were married, I mean, we were cellies for like 9 years. And it's like a marriage. It's just like a marriage. You gotta figure that shit out, right? Like, you gotta have that conversation, the 3 S's. Sharing, shaving, and shitting. And you know, you gotta decide, right? And I'm terrified of dating when I get out here, but those are conversations I'm gonna have. Like, when I get on the 3rd date, if we talk about sleeping there, I'm gonna look. Are we going to go into the toilet and sit down every time we fart? Because I'm not going to have you shitting on me all night and me be the only one going in there. I'm telling you that right now. I mean, you got to. My cellie was 6'7". His fucking feet hung off the bed like that far. And in the morning, I'd get up before him, right? Every time I get up, I'd like stretch. His ass was right there. And he farted in his sleep. And every now and then, he'd just blast me. And, I mean, it's just like a marriage. You have to communicate, you argue all the time, and you get no sex. At least most guys do. You know? Yeah, my dad told me. My dad, he's 93, and he said, you know the honeymoon's over when you're in the bathroom shaving, and she just comes in and sits down to take a shit. The other thing about prison, right? Like you gotta ask if you snore. If you're getting serious in a relationship, ask your partner if they snore, right? Because that's going to be an issue. I'm telling you right now. The other thing about prison you gotta know is if you're planning on coming to prison or you live a criminal lifestyle, at least once a week, take your clothes off and walk outside naked. Just get used to it. Find a public place to shower where you can have conversations with other naked people of your own sex. You know? Because that's how it is. You come in, you get strip searched, you know what I mean? You go to the doctor for athlete's foot, and he wants you to take your pants off. I think I'm kidding. I think I'm kidding at all. And it's fucked up. Like now because of Priya, we got these things on the shower, so you can't see the guy next to you. I don't talk to nobody no more, because I don't know what the fuck they're doing next to me over there. One time a guy's next to me, goes, hey bro, I'm like, hey. He goes, I hate ass hair. I'm gonna get it all waxed when I get out. It's great. The other thing about prison is you gotta know how to take the prison flick. There's a certain technique to taking a prison flick picture, right? When I was 18, 19 years old, I remember I must have sent 40 pictures to my mother. And in every one of them, when I was in good shape, I had my shirt off and I was like this. I'd move over here. And then guys would do like push-ups before they take a picture. And some guys who couldn't really get big, they get these little nacho cheese containers and they'd stick them under their arm like that to make their arm kind of flatten out and look big. Anyway, it's pretty ridiculous, but it's, you know, you can't make it up. And if you're going to live as a criminal in prison, you have to be ready at all times, at any moment, if you have contraband, to shove it right up your ass. I mean, when you come to prison, man, especially you just got detained, I hope you pack your suitcase, because you can get detained at any moment, right? You got to pack the suitcase, man. I knew a guy, and you know what's weird is you run across a guy that's OCD, like he's always washing his hands, I'm kind of like that, but he's always criticizing other people for not washing his hands. And then you'll see this guy putting tobacco in his lower lip, and you know where that tobacco came from? It came out of somebody's ass. I'm telling you right now. I won't do that. You know what I mean? And you guys are from Portland, so I'm sure most of you smoke weed. Well, that was an outside guest that did that. Coming into prison gives a whole new term to shitty weed, a whole new meaning. Because the shitty weed's actually pretty good. Anyway, so I wrote that skit part, you know, give those guys a hand. The thing about Dungeons and Dragons, hey Turbo, keep your hand out of your pocket while I'm up here, please. The thing about Dungeons and Dragons is we got a whole community of those guys in here. The first time I heard them up at the penitentiary, I couldn't believe it. Like they had these little paper castles that they cut out, and they got like hundreds of dollars worth of books. And there's always one guy, you'll call him the dungeon master. And if you try to make a joke or something, he just looks at you. Like fucking just casting a spell on you or something. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to go sit down at their table, right? And just pretend like I'm going to play. And then every time they do something, I want to go, deflector shield! You know, I was listening to Second Date Update the other day, right? This show. And this guy calls in, he's like, man, my date went pretty good, I don't understand. They're like, well, where'd you meet her? He's like, I met her on Xbox Live, and she plays Dungeons and Dragons, just like me. She's a level 9 wizard. And they're like, really? Okay. He's like, I don't understand it, right? So they call the girl, and he's on the line listening. And they say, well, what went wrong? You know, he's, you guys play D&D, you play Xbox Live. She said, well, at the end of the day, he said, hey, I want to show you something. He started unbuttoning his belt. And she said, whoa, wait a minute. I'm not that kind of girl. He goes, no, trust me. So he takes his shirt off, and on his arm, he has a tattoo of the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. She's like, okay, not so bad. Then he turns, and he's got a huge picture of Gollum from Lord of the Rings on his chest. And she's thinking, oh, this is kind of weird. And then he turns his back, and he's got every Harry Potter character and their name tattooed on his back. And so they're like, well, what's the problem? You know, you both play. She goes, yeah, but what if we're getting intimate? I can never do missionary. I got to look at this big picture of Gollum from Lord of the Rings. My precious. And I often wonder, like, what does a power couple in the Dungeons and Dragons community look like? Like, you know, because most of them probably don't get a lot of dates, I would imagine, right? They probably live with their moms, which is where I'll be living when I get out. So I imagine, like, one's like a level, you know, 15 wizard, and the other one's like a mage, you know, and like, I mean, that's got to be weird. Like, how do they spice it up in the bedroom? Like, I mean, they're constantly in character. So, like, could you imagine a kid walking in on that shit, you know? Traumatizing for life. His dad's standing there talking about showing this large bow staff, and she's casting a spell, and then they don't know what's serious. She's like, wait, are we playing the game? Or are you know, just be trauma. But anyways, we definitely have that kind of community in here. My name's Ben. Thanks. Appreciate it.
And I'm gonna tell y'all a joke while they doing it. I was a promoter, a boxer promoter, and I had this fighter. He had heart, but he would never win. And you know, I throw the towel in because he's getting beat up. And every time I have to argue with him when we're in there fixing him up, he's like, don't ever stop the fight. That's the only thing I ask. Let me go out like a man. So one time, sure enough, I let the fight go too long. He gets killed. So I die, and I bump into him in heaven. And he's like, man, I told you, don't try to stop me the fight. Why'd you do it? I said, because your wife wanted an open casket and the insurance money. I'll work on that one for next time.
Still getting set up here. Give me some rock. You got any rock over there, AC/DC or something?
Get in the scene in the city tonight. Looking for you to start up a fight. Metallica. All right, are we ready?
Ready.
Are we ready? All right, here we go. Let's do this.
I'm Mark. I'm Dave.
We're super excited. What are you excited about today? Well, folks, I got something that's going to change your life. Make you a winner. Super excited winner, just like these guys. Look at them. Super excited. They're super excited all the time. Why are they super excited? Because they're winners. Why? Because of a hat, t-shirt, and coffee mug combo. Super excited. He's a winner, except the right on his shirt. So, all his romantic interests are taken care of. What do they know right off the bat? That he's a winner. Why? Because his shirt says it. Duh.
Right? Yeah.
And he's excited. Why? Because his hat says it. He's a super excited.
Super excited.
Because his hat
Super excited.
And today only, we got a super exciting deal for you. We're going from $99.99 to $39.99 for the hat, t-shirt, and coffee mug combo. Does that make you
Super excited.
Yeah. And you? Super excited. All right. How excited are we about the new price? We're super excited. All right, folks. But don't take my word for it. Let's talk to Jim Bob over here. How's it going over there, Jim Bob?
Hey, Jim Bob, let me ask you, how'd you get into our exciting program here today?
I'm super excited. I'm a winner thanks to Mark and Dave, and they're super excited. Hat, t-shirt, and coffee cup combo. Super excited. Woo! But he wasn't always there. So how are we doing over there, Collaborators? This is our first client ever, early walker, and he's always super excited. We love him. How's it going over there?
Super excited. Super excited. I'm super excited winner. Thanks to Mark and Dave. Super exciting hat, t-shirt, and coffee mug combo. I'm super excited!
He's super excited, folks. Okay, so now Jim Bobby always has been like this. We want to ask him how he came about being a super excited winner.
Yeah, Jim Bob, please notify us.
Well, I used to be a loser,
story.
and I was out in the rain, and I had no T-shirt or hat or coffee cup, and then I met Mark and Dave, and they gave me a hat and a T-shirt and a coffee cup with coffee in it, and it made me a winner. Now I'm super excited, super excited.
That's right. And you can be exactly like him, walking out of here, super excited winner. Just picture yourself, just like Jim Bobby.
Super excited.
Super excited.
Nobody wants to be like him. Okay, how's it going? We want to know how often you wear your combo here. How often do you wear it?
I wear it to sleep. I wear it to work. I even wear it in the shower. I never take this off. I'm always super excited. Super excited. Super excited.
All right, we're gonna go to the crowd now. We got some super exciting stuff to give away. Is there anybody out here who has something to do today that's not too exciting? Maybe this young lady.
Hey, how you doing, young
Want to
lady?
stand up?
What do you got to do that's super exciting today?
No, it's not super exciting. It's not super exciting.
Not yet.
We're trying.
I gotta go to work.
Work? Where do you work?
Skippy D's.
What do you do?
I flip burgers.
You flip burgers. Not exciting.
I hate it.
You hate it.
I
Not
hate
exciting.
it. I hate it.
What if I told you that I have one coupon to have a super exciting time flipping burgers at Skippy D? Give it to her.
All right.
All right, is there somebody else here who doesn't have something that's not too great that they need to do today?
How about you, sir? Got anything?
I gotta clean my house.
You gotta clean your house, not too fun, boring?
Oh, I hate doing
Super
that.
exciting.
Super exciting.
How are we doing over here?
I'm super excited. I can't stop smiling. It hurts. How about my dad? T-shirt and coffee mug combo. I'm super excited. Super excited. Super excited. Super excited. Super excited.
All right. He's been smiling so much, his mouth hurts. Let's get him some aspirin.
Super excited.
All we have is salt here.
Let's make sure he's still alive. He looks like
Super excited. Super
All right, he's
excited.
still alive. All right, we got him. All right, is there anybody else? We want to take some questions from the crowd. Is there anybody out here else?
Hey, Mark, questions.
How about
Hey,
this?
hey, how you doing, young man?
Well, I'm here from the Better Business Bureau, here to investigate some complaints about your little motivational
All right, Snook.
show here.
We're
Whoa, you guys. I was here to investigate, but now I'm super excited for the hat and t-shirt, coffee, mug, and combo!
All right, we're changing lives. Super excited. The hat, t-shirt, coffee mug combo.
Yeah! Suckers.
All right, give him another hand. It took months to get that far. Months. Good job, guys. We got the highlight of the night. We got this energy to pick y'all up a little bit, so we saved them for last. Y'all give it up for Mariachi.
Stuff right now. I can't say blow. How you guys doing tonight? You guys doing good? When I count to 3, I want everyone to say orale. All right? 1, 2, 3. Orale! All right, you guys are gonna learn some Spanish tonight. And if not, just grab the closest Mexican. It's okay. They'll show you. They will. So. ¡Órale! So, my name is Mariachi Loco. Does anybody know what a mariachi is?
What?
Well, it's this Mexican trumpet, Mexican man that plays the trumpet, right? He sings and they're a band, right? Right? And if you guys don't know what it looks like, You guys have it in your guys' jail cell. I know this is what it looks like, okay? They named me after this guy right here. Okay. First of all, I was an ugly baby. 6 months old, looking like a monkey, right? Always crying. They're like, oh my God, this little kid will not shut up. So back in the 80s, right, they used to have those boom boxes, right? And breakers would get down, boom, 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 right? They'd break dance and stuff. And so my mom would put some mariachi music and I'd be quiet. For some reason, I like those trumpets, right? So anytime I was about to go to somewhere, right, she'd get the diaper bag ready, right? And she'd get the boom box ready just in case if I want to cry, right? She'd go take off, right? And when I would cry, right away, she would get the boom box and push play. Y volver, volver, shut up! Something about those trumpets, right? Something about those trumpets that I still like to this day. So everyone just calls me Mariachi, and my family calls me Machi for short. Mexicans, I'm telling you, we get nicknames depending on how you look or how you act, right? So all my brothers and sisters had nicknames, right? My little sister, she was big-headed, right? We gave her a nickname named Onion Head because she had a big head, right? They would put a ponytail right in the middle, right? And we called her Onion Head, right? My sister, we nicknamed her Cockroach, right? Because when she was little, she was so beautiful. Oh my God! But as she grew up, she became short, dark, and ugly. My brother Nano, which means small, weighed only 4 pounds, 5 ounces. He was so small, he could fit in a shoebox. That's how small he was, right? I used to make fun of him, be like, man, my mom didn't have labor to you. She farted, and you came out. And I know, this is what it is. My mom sneezed, and you were born. I always used to make fun of him, right? I used to call him Little Simon Birch, right? And the poor bastard would always stutter, man. And Mexicans, we have no patience whatsoever, right? White people, you guys got patience like a motherfucker, right? You know you guys do, right? Mexicans don't know. So Conrad, right, needs to go to the bathroom. He's stuttering, right? I need to go. Conrad, it's okay, Conrad. Use your words. Yes. Sound it out. Yes, I need to go. You need to go to the bathroom? Yes. Come on, Conrad. Let's go. My brother would want to go to the bathroom, and my mom's like, son of a bitch. Say it! Just say it! She would get so flustered, she's like, sing it, cabrón, sing it, cántala, cántala. I need to go to the bathroom, please. All right, let's go, cabrón. One time he was stuck, right? Mexicans were up, my mom was impatient. She said, talk right! I need to go. I need to go. Microphone check. I need to go to the bathroom, please. Now you're not stuttering, cabrón. From here on out, I'm just going to slap the shit out of you so you can talk right? And Mexicans, we whistle for everything, right? We can't do it here, but I'm going to right now because I can. And there's 2 kinds of whistles, right? There's 2 different whistles. It's a bad word, but the other one is more like the homies are in trouble or whatever, right? So you're hanging out with the homies, right? You got Joker, right? You got the little Joker, baby Joker, you got Psycho, you got little Psycho, and baby Psycho, all these Psychos, baby Junior or whatever the hell, right? And they're chilling, right? Listening to oldies, right? Shotgun, do 'em up and bang bang. Shotgun. police. I said, did you hear the whistle, Holmes? It's Rhino, Holmes. He needs backup. I said, get into the lowrider. Higher, I said, lower. Higher. Higher. Lower. Higher, I said. Higher. Lower. An hour later, did he make it? Rhino's all messed up. Ah, chinga, where were you, man? I got all beat up. I'm sorry, man. My lowrider. They got stuck on the curbs. Spankings, they were the worst. You guys remember getting spanked? I do. What's the first thing my mom would do? Get the belt, right? The first thing she'd say, no meta la mano. Don't put your hand in the way. Don't put your hand in. You're like, what's the first thing you do? Put your hand in the way, right? Later on, it's all red. You're like, son of a bitch, why did I put my hand in the way, right? The first time you wore shorts? That was the last time you wore shorts, huh? Yeah. I remember stuffing my pants, putting 2 pants. You guys ever do that, put 2 pants? I did it. I loved it, especially when my mom would get hurt. She's like, who's gonna get it for Sanava? And we're just laughing at her. Right? My grandpa would straight kick us. But to him, it wasn't a kick because he would justify it, right? He would turn it and then kick us like that. So to him, it wasn't a real kick. It was just a love tap, right? And I knew when he was about to kick me because he'd go like this, turn, and vámonos. So I'd jump with it. Ready, vámonos. I jump with it. What about your guys' child's needs? They need to do is go clean their damn room before I throw this remote at them. That's what they need to do. White people, they're so patient, right? You ever get those white little kids that are at the mall, right? Conrad wants a little toy, right? And he's not getting his way. I want this toy right now! I want this toy right now! That shit ain't happening in my family. Hell no. Conrad, I told you no, young man. That's it. I'm counting to 3. 1, 2, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 3. That's it, young man. No more family fun night for you. That's it. I would ask for a toy. Mom, can I get a toy? You want a toy, cabrón? No, getting a toy gives me a headache. I'm good. I'm guilty. I spank my kids. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of discipline, right? I had to stop though because, some people were against it. I would spank my kids so hard that sometimes they're traumatized when I would go like that and they're like, what's wrong with your kid? Oh, he has asthma. Sometimes he does that. It's okay. Right? You need your inhaler? Come on. You need your inhaler. Right? And if spanking them doesn't work, bride them little bastards, right? Listen, if you're good for the whole hour that we're shopping, I'm going to take you to Chuck E. Cheese. For real? Yes, I'm taking you to Chuck E. Cheese. An hour later, right? You're good inside the car, you guys are going home. Wait. Where are you going? We're going home, cabrón. But you said if I was good, you're going to take me to Chuck E. Cheese. When did I say that? You're a liar, mentiroso? No, you said if I was good, you were gonna take me to Chuck E. Cheese. Look, I said I was gonna get you a chunk of cheese, not chunk of cheese, cabrón. And you guys know which ones, right? That government cheese, right? The big block that would clog you up for a week, right? Get you all constipated and you couldn't even take a shit. Man, I love my mom, I do. Mama raised me right? Obviously, I'm here, right? I remember one time we got headlights, right? And she was doing everything she could to get rid of the little bastards, right? But they would not die. She washed the blankets, she washed her clothes. They just wouldn't go away. One day she just snapped. She said, "That's it!" Gets into the kitchen, he grabs the oven cleaner and gets up like a firefighter. She gets duct tape in a bag, wraps it all up, right? And leaves us there for an hour. We're playing Nintendo, right? And the headlights are jumping around like this. Like that, I can feel them going up and down, right? Let me tell you, those fuckers died. Not only did they die, they never came back. They're like, "You go home." No, those Mexicans are crazy, man. Putting oven cleaner on. I told my mom the joke, right? I'm like, "Mamacita." She's like, "Oh my gosh, you're such a liar." I go, "Mom, no, you did." "No, mijo, I never did." I said, "Don't you remember when you took the bag out, all the chunks of hair were coming out, eating our scalp?" She goes, "No, not about that." She goes, "It was an oven cleaner." And I was like, "What was it?" She goes, "It was Ray." That makes it that better. She asked me, "What's prison like, mijo? What is it like in prison?" I said, "Honestly, Mom, you really want to know the truth? It's like living in a bathroom with another dude." She said, "Is it that bad?" I said, "Yeah, it's that bad." "Well, how's the food?" I said, "It's the same shit every day." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Let me explain." One day it's chili, right? And all the leftovers that's left, they add macaroni to it. And we call that chili mac. And then the next day after that, they put it in a big pot of boiling water. And guess what we call that? Sopa. Getting the runs. Then they don't give you toilet paper, right? Man, I took care of that. I got a special way that how I can clean it. So I get this little toilet paper, right? And I'll fold it like this. And I'll take a little piece like that, right? And I open it up. Like that, right? And I want my booty. It's called the poop issue. Go like that, right? And then get the little paper for my nails later on. You know? Hey, it works. You guys having fun? Okay, I got something, guys, for you. Okay, we're gonna do something a little different. I got a surprise. Even my comedy class is gonna be a little surprise for this, but okay. So everybody in jail is always trying to be a rapper, right? Oh, I can rap, I can do this. Well, this Loco can rap too, Holmes. So I made this song, right? I made a song, and it's a comedy song, and we're gonna finish it off like that. But I need your guys' help. Okay? You guys are gonna help me. Does anybody know how to beatbox? Anybody? Over here? Let's check it out. Can you give me a mic? Let's see what you got, homeboy. Come over here. Round of applause for a beatboxer. Let's see if you guys got it. If not, don't be coming on my stage, cabrón. Okay, let's see what you got. Whoa, okay, time out. Hold on. This is how we're gonna do it. You guys ready? Alright, but I need your guys' help too. So we're gonna do this all as a family. We're gonna rock it out tonight. I want you guys to have fun for the last minute, alright? I need everybody to do this beat with me, alright? I need you guys to go like this. Keep on going. This is what I call Mexican rock you. I don't wanna ever be like I did that day. We will rock you. Cruising my Loco, up the road solo, driving from the Colo, say don't put a loco, keep my car
Thank you, buddy. God bless you, Hey, that's the show, but I got this other joke I wanted to try on y'all. A bomb so big, y'all leave it anyway. So. Hey, I got hit by a drunk driver before I came here. You never know where you're gonna meet somebody you love. You know, you might meet them a near-death experience. Well, that's kind of what it was. When I got hit, bam, she got out the car and she looked like she was finna leave. So I'm like, don't you go nowhere. So she goes to me, what are you doing after this? She ended up taking me to a nice restaurant. I had to drive though. She was too drunk. All right, thank you guys for all coming out. I hope you guys liked that show. All the comedians, give them a hand, y'all. Oh, we like to, for the flyers you guys see right here, you guys stand up Rhino and Larry who made them for us. That's a good job. Yeah, they did. So I'll be here next year. So I'll see y'all then. Same spot. Yep. Hey, so you guys can just mingle, have a nice time. Is David Bell in here? Hey, we just need y'all to hear one thing left.
That fly.
That damn fly. Here we go. That's all, folks.